Okay, good morning, guys. As of now, we cover the topics. I will show you whoever joined today, then they can get the clarity what are the topics we've done till now. Till now we done the two chapters actually basically. So I will show you the chapter symbols. In the chapter one, we done these topics: Java introduction, Java features, Java I would say installation, and then Java program execution flow and Java programming elements, Java programs development. What does it mean by compilation? What does it mean by execution? What does it mean by translators and JVM architecture? JVM architecture. Okay, we need to aware of these basic knowledge. Okay, I would say core Java means all fundamental things only. So we need to aware of this theoretical part. Okay, how the process is happening internally. We need to aware of it. Okay, after this, in the chapter two, we done the discussion with what is variable, what is data types, and what does it mean by identifiers and rules, and what are the reservoirs we have, and what is the purpose of it, Java coding standards, Java commits, and read the data from the keyboard. Read the data from the keyboard. So as of now, we completed these two chapters. Okay, these two chapters. So whoever is joined today, so please refer these the entire topics, and then we can get the clarity on it. Okay. In the last session, we was discussed about the operators. Operators have. So I have shared these questions. I have shared or not shared. So this is also like you can check your knowledge like these topics you covered or not. You can cross it. I will share this one. Your groups. Friends. Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is the like we can how to check your knowledge in itself. Second batch. Okay, I will share the end of the session. Okay. Okay, end of the session I will share. Okay, as of now we'll discuss the topics. Okay. So last session we done the discussion with operators. Okay, like arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators, assignment operators, new operator, and dot operator. Okay. For logical thinking, these are three concepts are important: operators, control statements, and looping statements. Okay. So today we'll discuss about the control statements. What does it mean by control statements? What is the need of control statement? We'll discuss about the control statements. Okay. So I would say conditional statements. Conditional statements. In the conditional statements, the basic question is they will ask what is conditional statements. Conditional statements meaning we can make the decision based on the condition. We can make the decision. We can make the decision based on the condition. Based on the condition. For example, you have the car, and if the car have the fuel, you can able to ride your car. If the car don't have the fuel, you cannot able to ride the car. So their fuel is the some condition, right? Similarly, conditional statements also, we can make the decisions based on the conditions. Based on the conditions, we can make the decisions. So this is the basic, the purpose of the conditional statements. Why we are using the conditional statement meaning we can make the decisions based on the conditions. We can make the decisions based on the condition. Okay. So conditional statements we have basically the types. Conditional statements we have the classification. How the classification like first one is the simple if. Okay. Second one is if else, and third one is if else if. Okay. Fourth one is nested if, and fifth one is switch case. Fifth one is switch case. So these are the five types of the conditional statements. Okay. These are the five types of the conditional statements. So one by one we'll try to understand. First one we'll try to discuss about the simple if. Simple if meaning I would say if the condition is true, then only you can make the decision. Okay, only the true concern, only true concern. At the time you can go with only true concern, only true concern. Okay, if the condition is true, then we have to display statement. So there we have the syntax. So I will show you uh, the condition. We can make the decisions. We can make the decisions. Make the decisions only when the condition is true. When the condition is true, only the positive concern. Okay, where we have the syntax for this one. I will use MS Paint. So simply I will use MS Paint. Where I have okay. Basically, you have the syntax. So first syntax is I would say this is for a block. Here we'll be having the first one is the program started here, and then program started here, and then it will check the condition. Okay, it will check the condition. Next thing is if the condition is true, then it will execute the set of statements. It will execute the set of statements, and then the controller got terminated. The controller got terminated. The controller got terminated. This is the actual flow which will happen. Basically, this is the flow diagram for the if block. Flow chart for the if block. Simply, right now I am taking the size is something 22, and then here I am mentioning the flow I am mentioning as the start, and then here I will mention condition. Based on the condition, based on the condition, if the condition is true, if the condition is true, then it will execute the block. Here we have the statements, set of statements. Here we have the, I would say, set of statements, and then it will come here and then it will execute. Where we have the program start here. It will check the condition. If the condition is true, then it will go to execute the statements, and then finally the controller got terminated. Finally, the controller got terminated. So this is the process basically, the flow diagram for block. So finally here our program will end here. Okay. Here which is for only the true concern. Only true concern. Yeah, yeah. So which is for only the true concern, right? Which is for only the true concept. When the condition is only the true, then only I would say it will be, then only it will execute the statements. Then only it will execute the statements. Okay. What is the syntax? That is the flow diagram of the simple if, and what is the syntax for the simple if? Syntax for the simple if. Syntax for simple if basically, first you have to take the if block, and this is the scope of if block. Open curly braces, close curly braces. From here to here, this is the scope of the if block. Here you can mention condition. You can write the condition. If the condition is true, then the controller, it will go inside the if block. Like what are the statements you have written inside the if block, that statements will be executed. That statements will be executed. This is the syntax for the if block. Are you guys clear with my point? This is the flow diagram, and this is the same, I would say, syntax for the simple if. I will show you one program on it, then we'll get the clarity on it. Okay? I'm taking, I'm deleting these files. Now I am creating one more file with the name text demo. I am creating the file which is if demo dot java. Extension should be dot java. Okay. Always class name and file name should be the same. If demo, and from here to here, this is the scope of the class. Here we need to take the public start main method. We have to take the main method. Main, I would say main string array. Okay, I have to take the array args, and then I would say this is the scope of the main method. So the main method. Here I am taking, I am taking two conditions, into a equal to 10, into a equal to 10, and into b equal to 20. I'm taking into b equal to 20, right? Here I am mentioning if is the keyword. Okay, if is the keyword which is already in the like keywords. This is the like conditional, in the conditional statements we'll be having some predefined keywords. If is the keyword, and I am mentioning the parenthesis. Inside the parenthesis I am mentioning the condition. What I mentioned the condition, a is less than b, then the condition is true or false. A is holding the value 10, b is holding the value 10. So 10 is less than b. Yes, absolutely true. Then if the condition is true, then I will display some dummy message. The message which I would say system dot out dot println. Here I need to mention with, I would say, I can mention with um, a is, I'm mentioning I want to display a is less than b. So the condition is satisfied, meaning a is less than b. The condition is true. Some dummy message I'm mentioning. Okay. Okay. I'm mentioning certain column. This is clear, guys. What I did till now. So this is the program structure basically. I declared the class with the class name. If demo is my class name, and every program, every class will have the main method. Every program execution start with main method only. So inside I am taking two variables. I'm declared initialize two variables, int a equal to 10, int b equal to 20. So simple if meaning based on the condition. If the condition is true, then it will execute the set of statements which are available inside the if block, which are available in the if block. This is clear. So I will, if the condition is false, then it won't print anything. If the condition is true, only true concern, only positive concern, it will print the statements. I will save the file. So and then I will go to simple where the file is available. You can simply go the file location. Okay, there you can open command prompt, and then we have to compile, and then we have to give demo.java, and the compilation has successfully done. You have to run. You have to execute the file demo and then execute. If you see a is less than b, a is less than b, condition is true. Condition is true. So it's simple if basically which is used to only the positive concept. When the condition is true, then only it will execute the set of statements. Then only it will execute the set of statement. If the condition is not true, it won't execute this set of statements. Only the positive concept. Okay, and this is all about simple if. This is all about simple if. Where we have the if else. The second one is the if else. So if else is for both positive and both positive, I would say true and false consent. Both true and false consents. You can say if the condition is true, it will execute if block. If the condition is false, then it will execute the else block. This will execute the else block. So the same statement, we can make the decision. We can make the decision. We can make the decision only when the condition is true. When I would say when the condition is true. If the condition is false, if the condition is false, then else block will execute. Else block will execute. Else block will execute. Okay. This is for both the true and false concepts. True and false concepts. Is there any flow diagram for this one? Yes, we have the flow diagram. So the flow diagram, which is basically, so how to take the program has started here, and then next you have to take the condition, and if the condition is true, it will execute the if block, and if the condition is false, it will execute the else block, and then here the final the I would say the terminal got the controller got terminated here. The controller got terminated here. Okay, I will take the program started here. The program start, and next condition. Okay, if the condition is true, this is the if block statements. These are the if block statements, and this is the else block statements. Else block statements. Next one is end. This is the end. This is the end, right? So simply I have taken the program started. It will check the condition. Condition is true, then it will execute this one. Okay, the condition is, and then the controller got terminated. If the condition is false, then the controller come to else block, and then it will execute the else block statements, and then finally it come to here, and then the controller got terminated. The controller got terminated. Okay, so this is the flow normally we should have. Are you guys clear with my point? This is the else. If the condition is true, it will come to if block. Okay, and this is the side for else block. Side for else block. So this is the flow diagram for if else. I will show you the syntax for the if else. The same syntax for the if else. Syntax basically. First, you have to take the like if block. Here you can mention the condition. If the condition is true, if the condition is true, it will execute the set of statements are available in the if block. If the condition is false, you have to mention some set of statements here. It will execute. Okay. The same program. I will take this is the demo, right? So here I will take one more file. Uh, I can write the same here. Here the condition is true, then it will execute these statements. If the condition is false, I mention else block, and here I will mention else. Here I would like to display system.out.println. The same set of statements I am taking from here, and I will pass here. Println A is not less than or greater than B. Then the condition is false. Okay. Here I am mentioning instead of less than, but I am mentioning greater than. Greater than meaning A is holding the 10, B is holding the 20. The condition is false. If the condition is false, the controller skips these statements and it will execute these statements. These statements. So which is for both the positive and true concerns. Simply I am coming to here. Already you have the command prompt, right? You can compile and then you can execute. A is greater than B. A is greater than B. Are you guys clear with the point? This is for both positive and negative concerns. Both positive and negative concerns. Okay. Next, you have the third one, that is if else if. If else if. If else if is basically we can make the decisions. We can make the decisions based on multiple conditions. We can make the decisions based on multiple conditions. Okay, multiple conditions. I will show you normally how this syntax should be. For example, this is the if block, right? Here we will take the some condition, and then this is the scope of block where we have the else if, and then this is the scope of if else, and where we will mention again one more condition. We will mention one more condition, and then this is the scope of block, and again again here also we might be having one more condition, and again we can take a number of conditions normally. Okay, based on the condition we can make the decisions. Based on the conditions we can make the decisions. So at the time we can go with if else if. At the time we can go with if else if. Normally if I give the like the assignment like write a Java program, write a Java program to display student marks, to display I would say student marks, student marks like below, like below. For example, if the student got the score between 75 to 100, okay, at the time we can display he got distinction. And next thing is 60 to 75. 60 to 75, if the student got the score, then we have to display first class. and the third one is 35 to 60. 35 to 60. 35 to 60. If the student got 35 to 60, you can display he got second class. Next thing is the 0 to 35. 0 to 35, if the student got in between the score, we have to display we got, you can mention study well. Okay, you can mention study well. This program is called marks validation. Write a program to display the marks validation. Marks validation. Marks validation of student. Okay, are you guys clear with my point? So I will write one program on it, then we'll get the clarity on it. Simply, I will take one file. I'm mentioning the file name is some demo file. I'm mentioning text document, and I'm mentioning the file name is demo.java. Okay, here the first public class demo, and from here to here this is the scope of the class, and here we have to write public static void main, and then I have to mention, I would say, string arguments, and then this is the scope of the main method. So as of now is clear. Now I am taking as I am outgoing the value with int some, I would say, marks equal to, I am taking as the 80. Okay, here I am taking the conditions like if the marks condition, which is what I am the condition is taking, marks is greater than or equal to 75, and operator marks is less than or equal to, less than or equal to, less than or equal to 100. 100 in that case, 100 operate meaning when the both conditions is true, then only the controller will go inside the if block and then it will execute. Okay, I am this is the scope of the if block. Okay, here I am displaying the dummy message, which is system dot out dot println. Okay, system dot out dot println. Here I am mentioning he got distinction. He got distinction. Next thing is next. This is the one condition. Okay. Next condition what I am taking is else if, here what my condition is, marks greater than or equal to 60, and operator, and then we can mention and operator, we can mention marks less than 75, marks less than 75. Okay, and then from here to here this is the scope of the if else block. Here I am mentioning system dot out dot println he got first class. Okay, he got first class. He got okay, it's the same. You can take multiple conditions. This is the one condition, this is the one condition, and then I am taking one more condition, which is, I would say, 35 to 70, and here simply I will mention, like, I would say, which is greater than 35 to and less than 60, less than 60, right? Next thing is, I would say, the same condition, one more condition. Here I can mention second class. I can mention second class, and the same I will take here. Here I will mention greater than, and then 35. I will mention 35. Okay. Are you guys clear with my point? So, for example, if I execute this program, then what should I get the output? What should I get the output? Huh? He got distinction. If I change this one like 60, then what should I get as the result? He got first class. He got first class, right? So if you observe here, this is the one condition, this is the one condition, this is the one condition, and this is the one condition. So based on the multiple conditions, you can make the decisions, right? So I'm saving this file, and then I will go to my where the file is available. You can simply go there. You can open command prompt, and then how to compile the your file demo.java, and then the file has successfully compiled Java demo. Okay, he got first class. If I change with any other value, if I mention with some 50, okay, and then the same doing, we have to compile and we have to execute. We have to compile and we have to execute. We got the second class. If else if basically, which is used to when you have the multiple conditions, when you have the multiple conditions, at the time you should go with if else if. If else if. Are you guys clear with my point? This is clear. This is clear. Anyone have any queries about this? Next. Huh? Where ఈక్వల్ ఎందుకు పెట్టలేదంటే ఇక్కడ ఆల్రెడీ ఈక్వల్ ఈ వాల్యూ దీనికి ఈక్వల్ అయింది. మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడ ఈక్వల్ పెడితే ఇన్ కేసు 75 తీసుకుంటే అది ఇప్పుడు ఇది ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయితే ఇది ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతా అది కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అయింది కదా. అది అప్పుడు ఈ కండిషన్ సాటిస్ఫై అయింది అండ్ ఈ కండిషన్ ఆల్సో సాటిస్ఫై అయింది కదా. ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ కావు మామూలుగా ఈక్వల్స్. జనరల్గా మనం రాసింది ఇక్కడ మీనింగ్ ఏంటంటే 75 కన్నా తక్కువ ఉండాలి. మనం ఇక్కడ 75 ఉండి 75 నుంచి దీనికి ఇచ్చాం 75 కన్నా తక్కువ ఉండాలని చెప్పేసి మనం మెన్షన్ చేసాం. ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే ఆ 75 అక్కడ ఇచ్చున్నాం కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ 75 కన్నా తక్కువ రావాలి, 74 అలా రావాలి. కండిషన్స్ ఒకటే కండిషన్ ఉంటుంది, దాని పక్కన అది కండిషన్ టూ అయితే అది ట్రూ నా ఫాల్స్ పక్కన మనం రాస్తాం. ఓకేనా? దిస్ ఇస్ క్లియర్. Next thing is we have the nested if. Basically, so nested if meaning one if block present inside the another if block. Basically, that is the syntax is weak. So I'll show you. Nested if meaning. Nested if meaning. Normally, how will you write the one if block? You can write the if block like this, right? If condition, right, and then you have to write one more block. This is the one if block, right? Nested if meaning one if block present inside another if block. Okay, I'm copying this one, and if I mention this one, we have the two if blocks. One is here, one is here. Nested if meaning one if block present inside the another if block. One if block which is present inside the another block. That's enough. Are you guys clear with my point? This is nested if. Okay. Basically, I would say one if block which is present inside the another if block. Here you can if the condition is true, then it will controller will go inside, and here also the condition is true. It will execute this set of statements. It will execute this statements. Then what about if the condition is false? Then you can mention else block here. Okay. Then you can mention else block here. You can mention else block here, and you can pass the some set of statements. The condition is false. In that case, it will execute this one. Here also same. If the condition is false itself in the beginning itself, then we have to display some message. We have to display some message itself like this. Are you guys clear with my point? మ్మ్. ఇది ఏ సినారియోలో వాడదాం అంటే మనకి కొన్ని మ్యారేజెస్ వెబ్సైట్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా, మెయిల్ అయి ఉండాలి. ఏజ్ వచ్చేసరికి ఫస్ట్ మెయిల్ కండిషన్ ఇక్కడ రాస్తాము, ఏజ్ కండిషన్ ఇక్కడ ఇస్తాము. అప్పుడే ఈ లాజిక్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయాలన్న కండిషన్స్లో మ్యాట్రిమోనీస్ ఇలాంటివన్నీ. ఓకేనా? So this is, I would say, yesterday. I will write some normal program, then no, get some thought in it. Normally, this is a syntax, which is like we have to take one if block and then we can keep one more if block inside one if block. Then that is nested if. Nested if meaning one if which is present inside and ఇక్కడ ఓన్లీ మెయిల్, ఫస్ట్ మెయిల్ వన్ మెయిల్ అయితేనే లోపలికి వెళ్తుంది. మళ్ళీ ఏజ్ చెక్ చేస్తారు, ఏజ్ ఓకే అయితేనే మళ్ళీ లోపలికి వెళ్తుంది. అలా మల్టిపుల్ అలా అలా ఫస్ట్ మెయిల్ అయి ఉండాలి, తర్వాత ఏజ్ గ్యాప్ ఉండాలి, అదే ఆ ఏజ్ ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ అయి ఉండాలి. అలా కండిషన్స్ అలా వెళ్ళాల సినారియోలు మనం ఆ, అలా సినారియోలు మనం ఆడతాం. So say, here this is the marks validation, right? So the same similar programs also I will give, like the grade value validations. Like if the student got 9 to 10, we have to display A grade. So like that, similar examples I will give, and we have the role finder also. Role finder meaning you have the experience between 0 to 2 years of experience. You treated as a associate engineer. 2 to 5, you are the system engineer. 5 to 7, you are the I would say system engineer, you are the software engineer. Software engineer, and 5 to 7, you are the senior software engineer, and 9 to 10, you are the manager. So like that, I will give some programs on it. All the programs similar like this only. Okay, we have to take this is the hard coding, right? We can read the data from the keyboard also in 3 ways: scanner class, buffer reader, and command and arguments. Command scan class already we done the discussion. We have the buffer reader class, so that one we will discuss, and then command line arguments we will discuss at the arrays after strings concept. After strings concept, we will discuss the result. Okay, so compare based on this if else if, I will give those three assignments as well. Okay, now we are discussing about nested if. So simply for nested if, I'm taking. So for simple understanding purpose, I'm taking one if block, and this is the normal one if block, right? And here we will be having the condition. Condition, and the same thing I'm copying. Inside I will create one more if block. If block here, this is the scope of if block, and here also I will take one condition. Condition meaning right now I will take the conditions. Okay, the conditions what I am taking is this is the scope of the main method. And inside the main method, you can initialize some variables. I am mentioning x is equal to sum 1 and into y equal to sum 2. Okay. First, what I am doing is here I will take the condition which is x. I would say x less than 2. This condition is true or false? This is true. If it is true, then control will goes to inside. Here only the beginning only the controller. I would say the condition is false. Immediately it will goes to the else block. Immediately it will go to the else block, and here we will display. Here I will display else block, and then I will mention. I will write some sysout statement, which I am like the system dot out dot println. system dot println, and here I need to display the statement which is x is not less than y. Okay, not less than y. Okay, here I will take the y. Okay, then the controller will come inside. Here I am mentioning x equal to 1. Then the condition is true or false. The condition is true. If the condition is true, the controller will come inside the if block and then it will execute the statements. In the system dot I would say println. Here I will mention the x is equal to 1. X is equal to 1. Okay, x is equal to 1, right? So here if the condition is not equal, then we have to display the message is else. The message is else. From this is the scope of else block, and here we have to display x is not equal to x is not equal to 1. X is not equal to 1. Okay. This is clear. Here you can write some dummy message also. Okay, meaning what I am writing here basically controller inner if block inner if block. I'm saving this one. Are you guys clear with this point? Anyone have any queries on this one? So initially I have initialized two variables x and y. So simple, I would say generally I'm taking one general condition. The general condition is x is holding the value is 1, y is holding the value is 2. I'm checking the condition x is less than or not less than or not less than or to the y. So if I check x is holding 1, y is holding 2. 1 is less than 2, so that is the valid. Valid meaning true. Once the condition is true, the controller will go inside and it will execute this one and it will check the condition. It will check the condition. Now here what I am writing x double equal to 1, meaning x is holding the value is 1 and this is also valid condition. Then the controller will go inside this one and it will execute. If I mention instead of 1, if I mention 5, then the condition is false, then it will execute the else block. So this is the scenario. I'm saving this one and then simply I will go to we have to compile the file and we have to execute the file. Inner if block and x is equal to 1. If I mention some 5, 5 or 6 anything, okay, I'm saving this one. We have to compile. X is not equal to 1. Okay. Here only I'm not, I would say, I'm mentioning instead of 0. 0 meaning x is not less than 0, right? So this condition is false. So now, so in this case, simply can come to the command prompt and Java cdemo and then Java. If you see x is not less than 1, not less than 1, we are mentioning taken as 0, right? So we have to pass that one. This is clear, guys. This is nested if meaning one if block which is present inside the another if. Okay. Somebody is trying to join. Okay. This is clear. Nested if. Based on this, you can practice multiple problems on it. And we have the one more problem that is the switch case. Switch case. Switch case is also based on the you can make the decisions based on the conditions. Where we need to understand the difference between the switch case and if else if. So we will clear that one. First, we'll try to understand the syntax of switch case. First, switch is the keyword. So all keyword should be in the lower case, right? Switch is the keyword, and I mention switch keyword, and here we have to mention the condition. How to pass the condition. This is the block of the switch block. Basically, the switch case which is used for character comparison. I would say which is used to compare the character, which is used to comparison between two values, comparison, comparison. Okay, which is used to comparison. I will show you. I will take one program on it, then I will show you this one. Then we'll get some clarity on it. This is clear. And now I'm taking switch case. Here I am mentioning in the choice some number I am taking. Some choice equal to 2, right? And then switch. This is the scope of block, and this is the scope of switch block. Here I am taking cases, multiple cases. Case 1 and case 1. Next thing is here I would like to mention system.out.println, out.println. Here I am mentioning case 1 is executed. Case 1 is executed. Okay, similarly, I will take the multiple statements like case 2 and case 3 as well. Case 3 as well, right? This is the case 2 and this is the case 3, and here also I am changing to I would say case 2, and this one I am changing as the case 3, and I will take case 4 also. I will take case 4 also. Here I will mention case 4, case 4, case 4. I'm saving this one and saving this one. This variable I am passing here. This variable I am passing here. So what will happen basically is internally what will happen, it will check the comparison. So choice is the variable, right? Choice is the variable. This variable which is holding the this variable which is holding the value is 2. So the controller every time first it will comes to case 1. Case 1 which is holding the value is 1, and it will check like this: choice double equal to 1. So this is true or false. Choice holding is 2, and here we have the case 1, meaning this is true or false. This is the false. Then immediately the controller will go to the next line. Okay, here it will check. Here it will check choice double equal to 2. Then which is the true or false? This is the true. Then it will execute this statement. This will execute this statement. Okay, I will show you. So this is the process normally which is actually happening internally. Okay, here we have to mention case 3. I'm saving this one. I'm going to my where the file is available. You can go your file location. You can Java C and then demo.java. It is throwing error. Not if done. I have to mention case 1 spaces case 2. single space, case 3, case 4. Okay, I have to save this one, and then this choice is the variable, and this is the data type. We have declared the variable switch case. Inside the switch case, we have passed the variable, and every time we check the conditions. Okay. I'm saving this one, and then again I'm going to my command prompt. This person, Java Java. The file has successfully compiled, and you have to run the file demo. If you see, are you guys observing what is happening basically? Uh, this variable which is satisfied in the second line only, but still which is like remaining statements also it is printing. That is actually not my requirement. Where the condition is, I would say satisfied, that statement only I need to display. So, but it is repeating remaining also. So that is so how to avoid those that issue. How to mention break statements. How to mention break statements. Okay, break and every time like all the statements you have to mention the break statement. Then we will execute the same statements. Break statements and we also mention break statements. Okay. Okay. Now, here the question is in the interview panel, they will regularly they will ask basically, if you observe here, switch is also used for make the decisions based on the condition, and if also you can make the decisions based on the conditions. Then what is the difference between the if and switch case? Okay. Next, constant. Okay. ఇంకా? Mm. Mm. అవి కాకుండా ఇంకా Mm. Mm. Okay. Mm. 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 ఓకే వాళ్ళు దగ్గరికి వచ్చి అంటే బేసిక్గా ద కండిషన్స్ తక్కువ కండిషన్స్ ఉన్నప్పుడు అంటే బిలో 5 ఉన్నప్పుడు మనం ఇఫెల్సిఫ్ వాడతాం. ఎక్కువ కండిషన్ అనుకో 20 కండిషన్స్ 30 కండిషన్స్ 100 కండిషన్స్ 200 కండిషన్స్ ఉన్నాయనుకో నేను ఇఫెల్సిఫ్ వెళ్ళి రాశాను అనుకో నీకేమైంది నీకు లైన్స్ ఆఫ్ కోడ్ పెరిగింది. ఆ, అదంతా ఏంటంటే టైం టేకెన్. సో ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ దట్ వన్ ఓన్లీ like the conditions more than less conditions like below the 5 conditions unte at the time you can go approach with if else if when the conditions we have the more than 5, when the conditions we have the multiple conditions like 100 20 200, so at the time we can go with the switch cases in the majorly majorly in the real time scenarios everybody will use the switch case only. Everybody they will use switch case only. Okay. So this is the difference between the I would say switch case and if else if. So I hope like in the conditional statements we have covered the 5: if else if else if, nested if and switch case. Nested if and switch case. So I will share the assignments of all the like the five classifications based on the five. I will share the assignments on it. Go through it, do the assignments, and you can share it. All of you read this file 2 minutes. What are the topics you have discussed, and you get the clarity. So all of you can read this. The first statement. We can make the decisions based on the conditions. Okay. Next, we have the classifications. What are the classifications? Simple if else, if else if, nested if, and switch case. Simple if meaning we can make the decisions only when condition is true. Next, this is the syntax for the simple if. And next, if else meaning we can make the decisions only when the condition is true. If the condition is false, then else block will execute. Else block will execute. Okay. Block meaning from curly, open curly braces, close curly braces. Next, if else if meaning we can make the decisions based on the multiple conditions. Based on the multiple conditions. Next thing is where we can write the multiple programs, marks validation, grades validation, and I would say job. I would say designation finder. You can find out the designations. Next thing is nested if. Nested if meaning one if which is present inside the another if. Okay. Next we have the switch case. So this is also make the decisions based on the conditions. When the conditions we have the multiple conditions, then you can go with switch approach. Okay. These are the five statements. I will share the assignments on it. Everybody go through it, do the assignment, and you can share in the group and then